Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here?
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
You're making this sound simple, but this is a dragon after all.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the tent. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
Revelio.
I wonder how many they brought to capture her. At least 10 usually.
Good evening, goat. What's up? How you doing, bro?
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a distance.
Fantastic.
Good evening, my good sir. How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us. Revelio.
कितना स्टोरी खत्म किया?
What's your step?
Actually काफी 50% तो हो गया. काफी बाकी है अभी. टोटल देखा जाए तो कितने क्वेस्ट होते हैं मेन स्टोरी में? 25 होते हैं क्वेस्ट और हमने खत्म करे अभी तक कुछ 15 तो हो गए मेन क्वेस्ट जो होते हैं ना. 12 ही हुए हैं मेरे हिसाब से. देखते हैं मेन स्टोरी क्वेस्ट अभी 5 और 14 ही है. बाकी सब कंप्लीट हो गया. 5 और 14 और नो स्टोरी क्वेस्ट ही बाकी है. मतलब 60% खत्म हो गई है गेम. वैसे तो मुझे ज्यादा पता नहीं है इसके स्टोरी के बारे में. कोई मेन विलेन है क्या? हाँ, एक मेन विलेन है ना. इसका मेन विलेन है एक रैंडरॉक करके एक बंदा है. रैंडरॉक करके बंदा नहीं है, इंसान नहीं है वो एक गॉब्लिन है.
Pity. She must have been
Revelio. Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet. What was that?
Oh my god. हाँ खतरनाक है गॉब्लिन तो उसके पास एक अंदरूनी शक्ति है उसमें.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. Get to that opening below her. If we can get to that opening, we can get to the nest. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
कैसे पहुंचेंगे? इसको मार नहीं सकते कि इसके भागना होगा. इससे भागना होगा क्योंकि हम उसको बचाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. बचाने की नहीं, हम उसकी
Why is every bridge here broken?
Wingardium Leviosa. Reparo.
हम उसके बच्चे का उसका एग है हमारे पास, उसको वापस लगाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. वाह, गायब होके लालू बना दी.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss.
अब समझ में आई, प्रिंस.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Hauntow Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl. How could I have been so blind?
दरवाजे पे ये 1 मिनट रुकना. देख रहा हूँ. वापस आ गया. बेसिकली वो वाला क्वेस्ट खत्म हो गया. अब फटाफट हम बाकी सारे क्वेस्ट भी खत्म करें.
New instruments are expensive, you know. Why, hello again. Come and listen. I'm a client. What's the matter?
वैसे टाइम हो गया है चिपकली वाली ग्लासेस को चेंज करने के लिए. बहुत देर से पहन रखा है वो. Quest. Sebastian, Professor Hollowing. Or I can let Professor Hollowing know I've completed assignment from and learn Bombarda. क्या लिखा हुआ है? I need to attend Beast class. चलो बम्बाड़ा सीखते हैं. बम्बाड़ा सीखे या इम्पेरियो सीखे, दोनों ही सीखना पड़ेगा. तो लेट्स गो बम्बाड़ा फर्स्ट. बम्बाड़ा इधर मैं आया. Let's go बम्बाड़ा. बम्बाड़ा.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Ugh. Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the...
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Of course, Professor.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead. On the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Seems quite a challenge finding an alchemy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow, and there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver alchemy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone.
Well
I
done.
hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. For teaching me Bambara. Let's go. Alright, where is the quest now? Where do we get now? In the shadow of time.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
The student report says the catacomb assignment yielded more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore in an area behind the great room, which has suffered decay. Amid the turned-over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further, if only the removal of objects was allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Bombarda. At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be
Accio.
insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Hooks.
Wingardium Leviosa. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Incendio. Incendio! Bombarda!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio! Accio!
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
Revelio! Accio! Descendo! Accio!
All this grass. It no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems. Often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though. Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. There's something here by the altar.
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fealty to the rule. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wand have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors, forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment. Learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones holding on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
This archway.
Potato! Incendio! Bombarda!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Revelio!
Revelio.
We've made it this far. Clearly we have more to do.
I need those bones, right?
Accio.
I need to find a safe way across.
Bombarda. Confringo. Accio. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Bolso.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Accio.
That was kind of silly. We came from here and I just went on a big loop and I came back.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Depulso.
Interesting.
Accio. We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Wingardium Leviosa.
We need more bones.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it. I
Thought
knew
so.
we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious
Here's
Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand's movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Revelio. Accio. Imperial. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio. Revelio. Accio.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
Incendio. Bombarda.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Accio.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Imperial. Protego. Sendo. Bombarda. Incendio. Defendo.
For a moment there, I thought that would never end.
Incendio. Accio.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only wizard kind but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to realize it, its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic.
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
Revelio.
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
Minute. Sorry. Yes, I'm back. Thank you so much for waiting. Let's move forward. All right. Time to go out.
Is that ominous?
What are you doing
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Incendio! Bombarda! Accio! Cabalzo! Descendo! Potato! Descendo!
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Incendio! Revelio! Confringo! Accio!
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
Bombarda! Bombarda! Revelio. Bombarda. Aloha Mora.
Can't fly?
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get there. She thinks like Ominous. It only...
Protego! Someone's been taken out last week! Imperial!
I'll kill you when I get down from here! won't get away with that. What are you doing? What is this?
Imperial.
On the other ground now!
Sendo.
How dare you use that spell on me?
Accio. Descendo.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Expulso!
How do we go up?
The area's still clear. If anybody cares.
Potato. Bombarder. Fight.
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground! Got him!
They're closing in!
Bombarder.
Nothing, that's all!
You'll not win, Bombarder.
Be careful! Mine!
We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make
Stop provoking them! I'm thinking. That was unimpressive.
Bombarder.
Stay back! Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go.
We have to fight.
Keep out of short reach!
Team Slash. You're weak, human. Bombarder.
Get away!
To the right!
Got him!
They're closing
Accio.
in!
Oh, you!
Depulsor.
Let me
You'll not win here.
Gone!
Bombarder.
Mind! Ah!
Then release new part, Resident Evil. Really? No, I think 4 was the last one they had released, bro.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home, from my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Reparo.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Oh, good, you're safe.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting
मेरी
dragons.
जॉब लग गई सॉफ्टवेयर
The
कंपनी
golden
में इसलिए
Snidget's
इतने दिन
feathers
से
and
देख नहीं
eyes
पा
are incredibly valuable. That's
कोई
why
बात
they're
नहीं ब्रो
believed to be
अच्छी बात
extinct.
आप आए बहुत अच्छी
They were
बात
hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the snidget,
9:30
which
तक चलेगी सर.
barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of years ago.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
Okay. You keep devising your plan. Until then, I will go to the next quest.
What are you up to now?
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Come now, don't be
Protego!
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
Okay.
After you.
No, can't fly.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
You won't stop me.
Accio!
You can't stop us.
It's the same
Diverted. I've been in my business before you were born. When are you going to give up? Not quite. Oh, that was meant for me. Your spells glance off of me.
Where are they?
Revelio.
How nice of you to stop that. This is Hogwarts.
Bombarda.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the
Revelio.
same fate. Nice work.
Revelio.
चलो माइन चले. Let's go to the mines.
This is going well.
We make
Let's
a good
go
team.
to the mines.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Sneaking around has its appeal.
Bombarder.
Don't do that again, I beg! Let's get it. Is that it? Rubber up. Why don't you come up here and...
Potato. Defender. Confringo. Descender.
I won't
Bombarder.
I will pay.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Revelio.
Hi Manchu. Yes, bro. Welcome to the stream.
For better or for worse, we're in. This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Confringo.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Up for a minute dying, are we?
Incendio. Bombarder. Accio. Repulsor. Descendo. Accio.
I won't let
Repulsor.
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Accio.
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Revelio.
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Confringo.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Reparo. Incendio. Confringo.
Dude.
Incendio. Defender. Bombarda. Descendo. Accio. Descendo. Bombarda.
What is this guy doing here? He's dead.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Incendio. Incendio. Expelliarmus.
Where do we
Still
go?
not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
One less human to worry about.
Defender.
Let's get this over with.
Confringo. Incendio. Defender. Are we not finished yet? Incendio. We were waiting. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Bombarda. Cabalso. Descendo. Cabalso. Bombarda.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn. A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more rune symbols.
Bombarder! Incendio!
मेरे अंधे मोंग भाई दे दो मेरे अंडे मोंग भाई दे दो नहीं देंगा What's up? Welcome Ray, welcome to the stream bro.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Incendio!
पका के खा भी लिया मैं The world floated back to me as if in a watery haze. How long had I been unconscious? I only remember his eyes, empty of sorrow, yes, but also I recall a sense of euphoria as I watched the pain vanish. But then everything started to turn, and I fell. I must have hit my head. I neither feel nor see a mark, but the pain is throbbing. I can only hope it's not Black Death. At least he's no longer in pain. Dragon ke ande, rip baby dragon.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel
Sebastian,
more of this mystery.
I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio!
Preparo. Lumos.
Lumos! Accio! Bombarder! Revelio!
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
ड्रैगन के अंडे रिप बेबी ड्रैगन
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit. Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
Oh, I know precisely what I'm saying. Unbelievable.
Duncan owes his reputation to you.
What did you think you were doing?
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now. Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We'd just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Hello there.
Hello, ʻmɪŋɡ. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. I should investigate. Depulsor! Merlin himself would be proud. A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real god of mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
These machines operate on steam. Interesting.
Confringo!
still can't believe we're inside.
Accio.
Goblin mine. I've read about mines like this. Seeing one is something else altogether.
๊mɪŋɡ, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these. Bombard! Incendio!
Was that your best?
Depulso!
Descendo!
Bombard! Descendo!
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, ๊mɪŋɡ. You have my word.
Clever.
Bombarda!
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, ๊mɪŋɡ. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be a schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Not quiet enough.
Protector.
Get accustomed to that.
Descendo.
I won't rest. Dead.
Accio. Bombarda.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
Who's there?
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they're building down here. Potato!
How nice of you to stop by. I've been fighting since before you were born.
Bombarda.
Pity, not quite. Oh, that was meant for me?
Bombarda.
Not quite. Stupid to come here. Easily diverted.
too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place is more complex than I had expected.
Oh man.
Incendio. Accio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Got through that. Go to the don't need Vigarden portion. Need to get inside that, is it? Yeah.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now. Incendio.
That's it. That's all over here. And
Confringo.
keep going, move forward.
Accio. Incendio.
Making this screwy defender. Yes,
Confringo.
I won't rest.
Expelliarmus.
You almost had a lucky shot. No!
Wingardium Leviosa.
I will make you right.
Ethereal.
You are arrogance.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, ʻmɪŋɡ.
I'll be quiet.
Confringo!
Accurate. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of what we found. There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, ʻmɪŋɡ. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
How nice of you to stop by.
We're almost out of here, ʻmɪŋɡ. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed. Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, ʻmɪŋɡ. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Seriously, no stories available. Oh lord, I finished everything. The side quests. I haven't done all the side quests yet. So anyway, आज के लिए बस इतना ही. Thank you so much for joining. We finished every quest on the map. There are no more quests left for now. We will be checking these 3 later. once we start off. Maybe tomorrow, maybe day after. In the meantime, enjoy yourself. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Be good, wise. And I'll see you in the next one.